Today, on Be Something Wonderful, manifest all the money, love, health, and freedom you have always desired. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Big video for you today. I had a conversation with one of you, a really powerful creator, who said, Tom, I really had this oh my God moment and this oh my God movement in my physical experience that they wanted to share. Some huge insights here. And the first big insight is, oh my God, my subconscious mind or the subconscious mind is not some dark, arbitrary power or thing outside of me. It's me. This changed everything. This is somebody who, for a year and a half, was doing subliminals almost every night, practicing imagining in a state akin to sleep, and affirming like crazy. For a year and a half with nothing happening except a lot of conditions that they didn't desire, a lot of things that were not preferred, what they were calling negative conditions, right? Of course. And then we got into this discussion. So the big insight that the subconscious mind is not something that remember, they were trying to reprogram it. They were trying to change it. They were trying to influence it, right? And treating it like some dark, arbitrary power or thing that's outside of them, right? And then the whole discussion about physical reality came up at the same time, right? What do I do with these conditions? What do I do with these circumstances? What do I do with these negative thoughts and feelings? All of that came up, but remember, physical reality is not real. But what do we mean by that, right? Every spiritual teacher talks about this idea that that's an illusion or Maya, right? The idea of physical reality. But what do we really mean by that? Well, we mean that physical reality is not what it seems, that there's only one reality, only one ultimate reality, one consciousness. There's no divisions between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. We make those divisions to talk about different aspects of our experiences. But remember, physical reality is not real, but your experiencing of it is. In other words, your experiencing of that great reality is what's real. And we call that the physical experience. It's your experiencing that's real or that's reality. There's no objective physical reality. In other words, it's not a reality separate from you. Just as the subconscious is not some dark, arbitrary power separate from you. The physical reality is a belief, it's an assumption, or an experience about and of reality. It's a manifested experience, assumption, and belief of reality, of your I am awareness. But it's not reality. It's not that ultimate reality, that ultimate consciousness, that ultimate awareness, that self-aware intelligence that you are. Those beliefs, those assumptions, those manifested experiences, those changing thoughts and feelings are not reality. You are. You are the awareness experiencing them. In other words, you as awareness and as the experiencing is the only reality. Your experiencing itself is the only reality. The great I am, that great subconscious. So do nothing with the conditions, the circumstances, the changing thoughts and feelings. Whether they're negative or positive, there's nothing to do with them. They're not reality. You are. You're experiencing. You determine it all. I want to get to this idea and get to this aha or oh my God moment and movement that this one creator had. Tom, oh my God, massive moment and movement in parentheses. It's not the subconscious mind as some dark, arbitrary, separate power accepting or rejecting my desires. It's me. Do you hear this? Because a whole year and a half of doing subliminals, state akin to sleep, affirmations, things getting worse in most cases. Because it's you as a center, an individualized personality, an individualized center of that divine mind that accepts or rejects your desires. Do you see it? That subconscious is inclusive. It includes everything. It doesn't reject anything. In other words, it accepts everything. Every thought, every feeling, every image, every experience is included as part of all that is. There's no rejection at all. So who's rejecting it? You are. Right? It's you as that conscious center. The great I am, the Father, all that is. That's perfect fulfillment. That doesn't accept or reject anything. It just is. It is everything. That's why it doesn't even accept anything or reject anything. It is everything. So you, as that divine center, as that divine individualized center of the divine mind, you are the door. That's why Jesus said, I am the door. Your awareness, your conscious awareness is the door that accepts or rejects anything. And this is what Jesus goes on to say, if anyone enters by me, in other words, by I am who I desire to be, that I am awareness, by me, by being the person you desire to be, he will be saved. In other words, you'll be saved from those unwanted conditions or those not preferred realities, right? And will go in and out and find pasture. In other words, you'll find your wishes fulfilled. Hear it again. If anyone enters by me, the door, I am the door. I am who I desire to be. He will be saved. Your awareness, your I am awareness as source is the Savior. And will go in and out and find pasture. In other words, find your wishes fulfilled. You won't be in bondage to non-fulfillment, in bondage to a physical reality that's not real or not reality. In other words, that's not outside of you. Or a big, powerful, dark, arbitrary power called the subconscious mind that you gotta beat into submission, right? That you gotta keep doing subliminals and states akin to sleep and affirming to get it to accept what you want. You are the door. You decide what's accepted and rejected. That's powerful. So accept only fulfillment. Accept only the fulfillment of your desires as your divine right and the fundamental truth of who you are as an individualized, limitless center and focus of that one divine mind, the great I am, or that great subconscious. Do you see? Accept only the fulfillment of your desires as your divine right and the fundamental truth of who you are as an individualized, limitless source or center and focus of that one divine mind, the great I am, that great subconscious, the great consciousness or awareness. It's not about trying to deserve it or work for it or earn it or do subliminals until something outside of you accepts what you want. Accept it, assume it, and claim it while rejecting nothing. There's nothing to reject. And you're going to go, well, I'm not rejecting it. But every time you ask, where is it? Why am I experiencing this? When will 3D circumstances change? It's been weeks, it's been months, it's been years. What am I doing wrong? Seeking the process or seeking another process or another technique that works, then you're rejecting it. Do you see it? That's where the rejection comes from. It's not the subconscious mind that's rejecting everything. It is everything. It accepts everything. Everything is impressed in the subconscious. In other words, everything's accepted. So it's up to you. It's you rejecting it, right? Reject nothing. See all the people, things, and circumstances, and all the changing thoughts and feelings as part of that eternal unfoldment in your physical, linear, horizontal experience of everything that you want. That's what true acceptance is. Instead of waiting for your thoughts and feelings and circumstances and reality to improve and to see something different, see all of it as part of that unfoldment. Right? Be that source. That's powerful. And this big bogus belief, my subconscious is rejecting it. No, you're creating that experience. You are. You're rejecting it. Subconscious not rejecting anything. You're creating an experience of reality, of trying to reprogram your subconscious mind, but it being rejected by it, or it being rejected. Do you see it? You're creating that experience of trying to reprogram your subconscious mind and being rejected or feeling rejected. You're creating an experience of rejection and non-fulfillment. It's not rejecting anything. You're creating that whole idea, right? That versus doing what? Versus one of acceptance, one of knowing that what you consciously desire is already yours. That's the difference. It's acceptance, acceptance, acceptance. Acceptance and the knowing of what you consciously desire is already yours. I am the door. The subconscious, the great I am, accepts everything because it is everything. That's powerful, right? Jesus says it here. He who does not enter the sheepfold by the door, by that idea that I'm already that which I desire to be, but climbs up some other way, the same as a thief and robber. By rejecting things out there, by believing that your subconscious rejects things and that you have to do subliminals and a big reprogramming and keep hammering it to get what you want. Instead, go to acceptance that everything's already yours. It's an inclusive universe. It excludes nothing. Everything is part of that whole. So enter by the door. Enter the sheepfold of that greater consciousness, of that great source, by the door, by that awareness that you're already that which you desire to be. Instead of trying to climb up some other way. Those are the thieves and robbers. The thieves and robbers are those thoughts that I just covered. Those are the thieves and robbers. Where is it? Why am I experiencing this? When will my circumstances change? It's been months or years or days or weeks. What am I doing wrong? Maybe there's another process or technique that I can learn to do this. All of that is trying to enter that sheepfold by another way and not by the awareness of already being it. The door. I am the door. That's powerful. I am the door. That conscious, individualized center and personality of that one divine mind. I am not is the thief and robber. You're perfectly whole, complete, worthy, and fulfilled. Right? You're saved from lack and non-fulfillment when you know yourself as the door. You're saved from that lack and fulfillment. Right? I am not as a thief and robber. Your desire for all the money, love, health, and freedom that you can imagine finds fulfillment, or in other words, pasture, right? This idea of finding pasture. He who does not enter by the sheepfold, by the door, but climbs some other way is a thief and robber, right? And then the idea of finding pasture, where is that? If anyone enters by me, he will be saved, and he will go in and out and find pasture. That's the idea. Your desires for all the money, love, health, and freedom you can imagine finds fulfillment or finds pasture by entering through the door of I am already that which I desire to be. I'm already conscious of being that person I desire to be, no matter what is appearing in my awareness or in my experience. It's about acceptance and inclusion, rejecting nothing while denying the reality of lack, non-fulfillment, and I am not yet who I desire to be. Hear this, right? This is the proper use and what denial really means in a metaphysical sense. Acceptance and inclusion is reality. Reject nothing, right? But while denying the reality of lack, of non-fulfillment, and I am not that who or what I desire to be, or I don't have what I desire to have. Deny that. Reject nothing, but deny the non-reality of lack and non-fulfillment. That's the proper use of denial. So, because that question came up, Maybe I'm in denial. No, you're in denial if you're denying it while secretly believing in the reality or truth of what you're denying. That's what denial means. There's a difference when you deny the reality of it and say that is not reality. Those changing thoughts and feelings, those changing circumstances are not what's real. That physical reality is not outside of me. That's why it's not real. You're denying that. So in denial means that is denying while secretly believing in the reality or truth of what you're denying. Right? You're allowing those thoughts of lack and fulfillment to enter your conscious awareness some other way. Right, as Jesus said. Allow them to enter by the door of already being conscious of that person you desire to be versus some other way into the sheepfold, right? Those are the thieves and robbers. That's what denial means. That's the thief and robber. As you pound the subconscious with affirmations of what you want while secretly believing you can't have it. Wow. That's denial. That's why he spent 1.5 years doing subliminals and a state akin to sleep and affirming, where his reality was not reflecting within him of what he desired. That's why he's now seeing massive movement and having that massive, oh my God moment, right? Because he's no longer pounding the subconscious with affirmations of what he wants and secretly believing that he can't have it. He's understanding that is not a thing outside of him. Therefore, nothing appears to change or move for him for over 1 year. Well, you do those processes. Well, he said, I did every process in the book. And he specifically talked about subliminals and affirmations and a state akin to sleep. But that's what, you're in denial. That's what in denial means. It doesn't mean, the proper use of denial is to deny the reality of lack and non-fulfillment. Deny that. Deny the reality of those changing thoughts and feelings. Allow them to be there. Don't reject them. Accept all possibilities without rejecting anything. But you can absolutely deny the outright appearances as some objective physical reality outside of you. They're not, right? So therefore, nothing appears to change when you're stuck in pounding the subconscious, right, for 1.5 years. Do all the processes in the book. There's nothing wrong with the processes. It's fun to do the processes. And if you like processes and techniques, do them all. Do all the processes in the book. But do them from the conscious assumption, the door, I am, that I am already who I desire to be and have all the money, love, health, and freedom I could possibly imagine. That's what we're talking about today. That's why he said, I get it now. I can have all that love and money and freedom and health that I want, that I've always desired. I'm the one that's been either accepting or rejecting those ideas. I get it. I get it. I truly get it. That's powerful. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful. For joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, on our TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, and for being part of our membership channel. We have a live stream, our 7th live stream this year, and our 16th live stream overall scheduled for the end of this month, July 28, 2024 at 9 a.m. Pacific time here in the U.S. And I'm going to come to you live from the studios of Be Something Wonderful to answer your questions, talk about topics that you've been sending to us at info@besomethingwonderful.com. Keep them coming. Keep the topics and questions coming. Be sure to join us. If you're a member, join us. If you're not a member, check out the link below. Creators, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.